Hey guys, Robin.
Jack.
We're the Inwits. We had a bit of technical difficulties yesterday with my phone being full and I didn't realise. And
Three.
I know, third take. But you know what? I said to Jack yesterday, I'm like, man, we've been so good at getting these episodes out right on time.
We have.
And now we're probably going to be a bit late, but it's a bit delayed. But with any luck, it'll be out tonight as we make this video. With some luck. So anyway, let's get into it. Let's try and see if we can recreate everything we talked about last time.
Our special magic.
Let's see if we can do it. All right. Well, I don't know if there's much special magic, but there is just...
well, it could be unspecial magic.
It's probably more unspecial magic. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Switching up. We got to talk about it all over again.
First episode. The switch up.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
We've discussed Survivor for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So by the time we're just going to be rehashing everything, so it's like nothing's going to come up in our head that's new. Maybe.
But also, if you say something like, oh, and like you said, but you don't hear it on the video.
It's because we've said it before. So anyway, so they bring out the plate, or Jonathan brings out the plates. He's got two plates, and you're kind of a bit disappointed with the 2 plates.
Yeah, I was.
But it's there to try. The idea I see is the producers knew X amount would give us. So you know how we talk about never getting that 50-50 split.
Yeah.
Well, this was to hopefully give the champions the majority. I mean, the contenders a bit of the majority. So when they do lose, because that is what has been canon so far in Survivor this season, they can start to balance out the numbers.
That's right. Yeah. Look, I don't know about that. I normally it's all just in one, isn't it?
Sometimes
it's a bag.
It's a bag.
Jeff will say,
but this time I noticed it was on 2, so that was my thought process. It was definitely to give the contenders a bit of an advantage to have some numbers and hopefully pick off 3.
It was odd that it was 2 plates. So there's no real reason to have 2 plates. You're right. I think. I see no reason to dispute that. I think you're right on that one, actually.
But then there's the thing that I thought, as we did discuss, I thought the key to the champions winning was Lydia, because all of a sudden Lydia goes across and the contenders start to win. And Jackie said this thing, which I thought was a ridiculous phrase, because it's not a way to get someone on your side.
So did I. Initially I thought it was just over the top.
It's just stupid to say, to basically bully the 2 people on the bottom to make them say that they're going to be safe if they stick to you, by also saying that the rumor, the talk is that the champions are going to throw the challenges. And I thought that was just a ridiculous lie. However, Jack pointed out yesterday in our discussions that maybe there was a lot of truth to that the way she went about it was probably wrong, but she probably was switched on and there was a bit of truth behind what she was saying.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Because
Matt's performance in those 2 challenges was woeful.
And I didn't even click. That never clicked for me, but you're correct. And when I think back about it, I'm like, Matt on the monkey bars, I'm pretty sure he could have gone...
Oh, he could have gone quicker, way quicker. Yeah, he was just like way behind, It's just like, he took forever the first time to get across.
And then, it does actually make sense.
I think the biggest one was the rope challenge with Robbie. And he was like, "Oh, you're due.
You're due for one." He's almost setting it up to say that Robbie's. If I lose, it's because he's due, not because I'm going at maybe 50%, 20%.
He dropped off that rope so quick. I mean, look at Commando when he got on it, right? He was just like, "Yeah, rock solid. Yeah, I'm doing this," and that's what Matt's normally like.
Yeah.
But no, in the rope challenge, he was like, "Oh, 20 seconds in,
all my hands,
boom," and he was gone.
So maybe Jackie was actually not lying or telling a ridiculous... Yes, she was manipulating and going about it in a terrible way. Yeah. But maybe the truth was that they were going to throw because, like you said yesterday, it makes perfect sense. You protect the 3 girls who are on the minority now, and you've got expendable people here that really don't... It is... Funnily enough, a really brilliant strategy to keep your...
absolutely. Like, you've got 2 that you can get rid of.
Yeah, and also a Jackie who you don't really want anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You can clean the house. You got 2 can get rid of. And you protect your alliance members that are over there.
And it's
a great strategy.
It's a great strategy. Because Matt's biggest alliance is Matt, Steve, Lydia, Sean.
And two of them
are away from him. Yeah. And now he gets the chance to protect them. Meanwhile, also making the contenders feel special because now they're getting a win.
Yeah.
And they're not... Ideally, the contenders should be throwing the challenges in the same way.
It was actually worse, I think. I think this vibe... It's worse for the contenders not to have gone to tribal.
Oh, it's so much worse.
You know, they should have gotten rid of, Monika or one of them, and then gone again and gotten rid of another one.
Yeah, done.
Exactly.
So
done.
easy. It was and it's funny that I guess with Survivor, I said we're not going to come up with new thoughts, but here's one.
Yeah.
But it's in the same sort of realm. With Survivor, we've seen so much, we do see these tribe swaps quite often.
Yeah.
And people try and redo these strategies. But I've never actually realised that this is a legitimate strategy to start throwing the challenges to pick off the others to keep that tribe strong.
It's a good strategy, especially if you've got an alliance like Matt's.
Yeah.
If your alliance is split across two, and you still got the numbers, make it happen.
Yeah, what a brilliant strategy. And I don't think I've ever seen it before. All of a sudden you get a change of tribes and people are wheeling and dealing and trying to get new alliances formed. But this isn't worrying about any new alliances. This is still protecting the original alliance. And that's it's bloody clever.
It is. And it's only in this situation you can have it, because normally a tribe is full of 2 or 3 alliances.
This is true.
Right? And when they get split up, one person from that alliance will go over, and 2 people from that, So
or sometimes there's
a
3 split, sometimes there's 2 tribes split, you never really know.
But there's usually more than just one huge alliance like there is in the Champions. And that's what the real problem here is.
Yeah, that is the problem. I mean, that's what Matt says in the first episode. He says, well, I've got Steve, Lydia, Sean, Sam, and if I can potentially ring in...
And Monika.
Monika. Yeah, if I can... Monika. No, it wasn't ring in Monika. Oh, yeah, and Monika. And potentially ring in Shane. Then I've got the majority. Because the other 2 people left is Brian and Jackie. You've got the majority, mate.
Yeah.
You can get rid of 2... You can get rid of 3 of those people and still have the majority.
Yeah.
So it's such a weird thing that he wants so many people, but no one's rising up to challenge that.
No.
How do you take down those 4?
Well, it's very difficult. The difficulty is, and you've already named the players that the difficulty is through. And I'll include Jackie here, even though she went home, right? But it should be Jackie, Monika, Sam, Brian, and Shane. Are all not exactly. They're not in the top of the alliance. They're the ones that should be playing to upset this plan, and they're not. They're all happily going along with it. It's just they are. If you're not in the top of the alliance like these people aren't, they're playing to be on the jury.
And you see, so they're playing because they're not playing to win. And is this? Do we give credit to Matt for making people like Sam feel like they're on top? For making,
I think we do. Like,
saying Wendell.
Look, it was Matt that went and got Monika off Jackie, right? And the way he did it was like, he went over and made sure that she knew she was a contributor. And remember when she had that horrible run
where she had 3 belly flops in a row.
Right?
Ouch.
And he was just letting out and going, that was just such a huge effort.
Yeah, you broke your bounds of what you're capable of, and that's really amazing.
He didn't even mention it.
So he's playing a really great social game to stay on top there.
Oh, well, yeah, him and Steve and Sean and... look what Lydia did to Robbie.
Yeah, Lydia's wrapped him right up in a...
Yeah, she went and spoke to him for 5 minutes and said, basically, you're a champion, we've always wanted to play for you. Come across with us, and when we make merge, you'll be part of us, right? And she didn't even have to repeat herself.
No.
He just swallowed a hook, line, and sinker the first time.
And then he shoots on over to I heard what Lydia said to Matt, and I'm on board. You've got me.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Where's your strategy? You've just bent over and said, "Do what you want with me, Matt."
That's right.
Like, there's no fight. There's no
No.
It's just, this is putting me in a good position. No, it's not. It's putting you to a bottom of a really strong alliance. It's not going to get you to the top.
Well, it just means you're going to be the last contender voted off, rather than the first. That's all.
Yeah, and it just puts you in a situation, and this is not a situation you want to be in. And there's only one person who's been in this situation who's managed to get to the end, and we all know who it is.
Yeah,
it's my favourite. Aussie, being so strong, has been able to win so many immunities.
Yeah.
And be able to get to the end. Rob's not going to be able to do that.
Not against the competition.
Not about Sneak.
If it was your normal average tribe, maybe, right? But not now. Not this time round.
And he's gonna win some.
Sure.
But he's not going to win enough
No.
to make sure he gets to final 2. That's not possible.
No, it's not. And, the other interesting thing is that Robbie never told Benji about this.
No.
And Benji's supposed to be his... Benji's also done the right thing and not told Rob about his idol.
Which I love.
I love, right? I really don't want to see next episode Benji pulling Rob aside and going,
yeah, he's only had it for a couple of days,
exactly, right?
for 24 hours.
Yeah,
Let's give him time. But I think because they had that conversation, and Benji was like, "Yeah, we've told some lies, but you know, we've been pretty honest with each other." He's almost set it up that he gets away with having not told him about the idol because they've had that conversation.
Yeah, but I think the problem here is though I can see Rob Benji for some stupid reason telling Rob he's got an idol. And the very next person who's going to know that is going to be Lydia.
Yeah.
And then Sean.
And then Sean knows, and Sean's already seeing Benji as a threat.
Exactly.
She'll need to blindside Benji. But I really have a lot of faith in Benji. Benji's started playing early, and he's made some mistakes in his strategy, but through those mistakes you learn.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
you've been saying this, it's always good to go to tribal.
It's
It's always good to... You can't get to merge and then try and make big moves.
No, you can't.
Because you've got to have those attempt, especially in this climate, especially in a game where we don't actually know. Like in America, a lot of people know how the game plays.
Yeah.
In Australia, you've got very few people. And that comes down to the fact that no one knew where that idol clue was hidden in the Nachos challenge, apart from Benji.
That's right.
That was an obvious thing if you're a Survivor fan.
Yeah, it was.
So you're playing with people that don't have enough Survivor knowledge. They may have seen the Australian seasons and great.
Yeah.
But they just don't have enough knowledge. So you don't really know how you're going to play your strategy. And I think Benji's, and we see this mistake throughout the past 3 seasons where someone is a fan and they come out really strong. They come out strong and it just doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that in the Australian season. So Benji's made some mistakes. But that's good for his game to hopefully progress further. But how do you break that?
So far, he hasn't made the mistake of telling Rob about his idol.
Yeah, and that's great. And that gives him some power. And
that's right.
Whether his probably biggest mistake would be not saving Tegan.
Look, there are things on both sides there, but I agree with you. I think at the end of the day, he knew 2 things about Tegan. He knew number one, she wasn't. Well, he knew he didn't want to work with her. Well, no, that's the thing. He didn't. He knew he didn't want to work with her, but he knew he could, because they had before, right? When the chips were down, they could work together, right? I think the real issue was he didn't want to put Tegan and Heath together again, because then it gives the 3 girls, the option to either go to him and Benji, or to Tegan and Heath. Yeah. He wants the option to be me and Rob.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That option, right? Then he gets to keep on the inside. But the other side is, at that tribal, as a contender, you got to sit there and say, who's getting what out of this tribal? Yeah. And the only people getting anything out of that tribal was the champions. Yeah, they've got another number down, and they've just realised we've got 2 new people on that are going to be silly enough to vote with us. That's right. 2 new expendable people. Well, Lydia winked over at Matt during the trial, and you saw it on the tape, and that's not a wink of like, oh, good job, Matt. That's Matt. That's just everything's going to plan, Matt. Yeah. We've got this sorted. We're in control over here. Yeah, it's right? Crazy. It's crazy to see that, to even see Tegan obviously be so vocal, but to just be blatantly honest to this in the sense that there's no way getting into this thing. And when you look at the numbers, there's going to be potentially 4 to 10. Yeah, exactly. Come merge, or 3 to 10, or 4 to 9, or whatever. It's 5 to 10 at the moment, I think, or 5 to. It's 5 to 10, or 9 to 10. Sorry, 9 to 14. No, there's 5, isn't there? No, there's 10. There's 8. No, there's 11. Is there 11? No, I thought it was 9. Oh no, there's 6 and you're right, 6 and 3. Yeah, there's 9. 5 to 9. Yeah. So and. I think next episode won't be merged with the episode after, so I think they even be down to 4. Yeah. Because I think either at the next episode, no matter which tribe goes to tribal, there'll be a contender going home.
Yeah, well, you can't really see Shonee getting out of her hole unless they win.
Exactly.
And maybe, maybe that's also part of the plan. Like, we've got this, Shonee's now a lone person on this tribe. No, we don't need to get rid of her at the moment, but it'd be nice to break up.
Exactly.
How, like, if you were a champion and you had this all planned, okay, cool. If you had the idea and you knew, okay, Shonee and Frenella were a team, broken up at the moment. Yes, they can come back together.
Yeah.
Heath and Tegan were a team, now
They're
broken
gone.
up.
Yeah. There's
Benji and Robbie are a team. We
That's
take out Benji.
That's right.
We've broken all the teams, and the Frenella and Shonee team come back together when we merge. But
Who
what
cares?
power do Frenella and Shonee have in a tribe that has 9 strong with 2 people and a 2?
That's right.
There's no room to move. You've now given yourself no numbers to help any situation in the future. You just have to...
That's right. And I think the champions realise that what they're trying to do, and I think this is what is the key, is they know perhaps Shane's not totally on board. They know that Brian isn't perhaps totally on board. They want to make it so that when merge comes, there are no numbers for anybody to revolt with.
And that's the thing. It's like, yeah, we know Brian's a bit iffy and would flip if he could. Who's he going to flip to?
Yeah, who's he going to flip to?
He flips to 5. There's you can't flip to 5. You're on your own. You've taken out Jackie.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't bring 5 become 6. You're flipping to nothing. So there's no option for you. And then Robbie says there's got to be cracks in there. Well, yeah, of course there's got to be cracks, but they've set themselves up in a way, like you just said then, that it doesn't matter if there's a crack.
No.
Because all you're ever going to be from now on is a number.
That's right.
You have no control and no power, and you can't change or shake the game up dramatically. At all. There is no option for you to, in my eyes, you can no longer win the game of Survivor unless you go on a ridiculous strength winning streak.
Or idol after idol.
Idol after idol. If you do something crazy like that, which earns the respect and you're an underdog, but you are now officially an underdog and have no power.
Absolutely.
You can't go anywhere now. No. What have you done?
And it really comes back to the surprising thing about these 2 episodes is how pivotal Jackie was. Jackie's... And I can't believe she went from I want to shake things up to I want to make sure as many champions get across the line. But it's just so idiotic.
Is that,
She was handed 2 votes.
2 votes, and she opted to take one of them. She said, you've got to vote for Tegan to save you, and I will protect you. You're given 2 votes. This tribal was pivotal for, 1, Jackie's game, 2, the season of Survivor this year as a whole.
That's right.
Because Jackie had a Shane, and I think Shane's playing a really good game for being the elderly woman.
She is.
And records have her as being the oldest woman in Survivor history to find an idol and play an idol. So that's pretty freaking awesome.
That's right.
For one of Australia's legend swimming champions is now also breaking records in Survivor. Like, that's kind of a really cool thing.
She can't keep away from it.
But she's been on the side of this is an individual game since day one. She's even doing that here where she's put herself in a great situation for someone of her age to be the swing vote.
Yeah.
The only problem for her is there's no one to swing to.
Exactly. And
I feel sorry because I really actually want to see Shane do some really cool things. And Jackie was... That moment, her, Brian, Jackie, those other 2...
They should have voted out Matt or Steve or somebody.
Obviously, I would go for Matt, but you don't... If you could have blindsided Matt then...
That would have been just a great gameplay.
Would have been amazing and it would have changed everything up. But this whole just making sure you've got 1 extra person on your side for future isn't enough.
No, it wouldn't have been enough. That's why I can't understand with Jackie's decision because 1's not enough. And
I think I did mention this yesterday. Yeah. I think I might be able to mention it clearer is Jackie's decision came from a poker player's brain. A poker player gets the hand they're dealt, and they play that hand then and there.
Yeah.
They're not thinking about the next set of cards that come out because it's a brand new hand. They think this, it's just instant moment to moment, but no repercussions. So Jackie's been, okay, cool, I'm going to get this person on my side, but not thinking these 2 votes can help me shake up and take some power in the game.
If you had voted Matt out, it would completely change the character. That alliance would have split.
Yeah.
Right?
You'd have
3 girls over there would have been going, oh, Matt's gone.
Yeah,
they would have been
what
like,
the hell happened?
What do we do now?
But they can't do anything now because they're
That's
split.
right.
But now Steve is probably just pissed off.
Yeah.
And look, I like Steve, but I just don't think he can. Where's his strategy going to come in? He's just going to get really angry, I feel. Oh, no, actually, no, he was kind of level-headed. Matt was the angry one.
Oh, no, look, I don't think Steve's angry, but I think the problem comes with Steve's statement in the last thing, where Jonathan asked him three different ways.
Yeah.
Are you all equal? And Steve basically said yes 3 times.
Well, he doesn't believe that. He's just never going to give anything away. That's a army mentality.
Yeah, but if you're at the top, you say yes. Everybody's equal, because to say anything else is a disaster.
Yeah.
And if you're in the middle and you say yes, it means that the people at the top have you believing that yes, everything is equal, but it's not.
So if they'd done that, you've left Sam on the outs and Steve on the outs.
Yeah.
Sam's more in line to go into self-preservation and want to vote out Steve. In that situation, because they're both going to band together and try and ring in the other 2 girls to vote out a Jackie or a Brian, and maybe Shane would be able to play the middle ground a bit better there.
Look, I think Jackie was handed an opportunity, as we know in Survivor. How often do opportunities come?
Oh, not very often.
Not very often.
Not an opportunity, especially in this game, especially in this particular season where it is so unanimous, and it's just.
I mean, Jackie could have, between her and Brian and Shane, because Shane was on board with them at that stage, right? She hadn't decided to do
she just was trying to work out what her best option was. She
could have gone to the 2 girls and gone, look, we can change this tribe and we can be in power. Yeah, obviously I'm in charge here, but the girls would have leapt on it because it's going to keep them going in the game.
Of course,
right?
That's the thing. Well, you don't bully a person like that and say, I can keep you safe if you do A, B, and C. And I have a feeling Culpepper may have done something similar in his first season and then rectified himself in the second season.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's a thing he did where he kind of went, no, you listen to me. Yeah. And then when he came and played a second time round, he actually realised that's not how you play.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got 2 people that are 100% on the outs. Yes, you can fight them against each other, but you already have the numbers. Your job is to get to the top. And no one wants to get to the top in this tribe. And those 2 people would have just gone, oh my God, there's a way in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's have a hope.
You know, if they had gone to that tribal and Matt went home, it also sends a message to like the other contenders on the other tribe. Oh, we know them, so we may have an in as well, right?
There's now a chance, but no one's looking like that. It's really kind of frustrating, and I just want to.
Jackie, I just can't get over Jackie's decision.
And it just kind of sucks for someone like Shane, who is in a great position, but now she's in this potentially great position, but with no one to go to. So her idea is, I got to do what's best for my game. The only option she really has now is to unfortunately stay here.
The other problem is she says she's put herself in a position of trust, which is sort of half true, right? Matt and Nat do now think she's on their side, which is true, right? But they've not elevated her to, like, you know, she's not the top 3.
No, she's not in the 4. She's different to Sam, but just on the outs.
Yeah, exactly. So, and the problem is, she says she's in the middle and she's going to get all the information now, and that's great, Shane. That's really, fantastic. Really awesome. Except there's nowhere to go with it.
Yeah, and that's the biggest downside. Like, because I believe Shane could potentially do some really. She's thinking well, but she could go to the end and win the game, and I would love to see that. I would really love to see that. But my problem is the position she is in, although could be a very great position to be in, because she can just decide when, like the right time to take Matt out or take one of these out, because that's what she's thinking.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, like you just said, she's got nowhere to go. So making that move now, sometimes you can get away with that move. It knocks you down a peg, but you don't kill your game. I feel if she makes the move at the wrong time or just does something insanely slightly wrong, it will kill her game. Because there's no support on the other side.
That's right. Well, the problem is, again, it comes back to Monika, Sam, Brian, Shane herself. They're not. There's no split. Shane can't go to Sam and Monika and go, look, if we drag in, you know, these two...
That's their only hope, actually.
It
now
is.
You mentioned that. We didn't mention that yesterday. For Sam and Monika and look, I think Brian and Shane, if they had some discussions, might be able to... If you get those four, and then somehow
join up with
the other four that are left, whoever's left in the Contenders by the time merge comes, then you can start getting some numbers. But that's a big ask. Like, it's a really big ask.
Because we have not seen one thing from Sam and Monika where they want to split away from the champions.
And on top of that, it's like Sam probably believes he's top 3.
Yes, I think he does. I think Matt and Steve are doing a really good job of convincing Sam he's in the top 3.
And being convinced that you're in top 3, great. But on top of that, he's in a really good position in the sense that no one needs to vote him out.
Yeah, exactly.
If he does think he's in top 3, it doesn't matter if he thinks he's in top 3 or he's actually number 5, because he now has the potential to go all the way. In the position he's in, he's got a really good chance to go the distance because he's not a physical threat in the end. So he's not going to be winning these immunity challenges where your Commandos and your Mats and your Lydias will be.
Yeah, that's right.
So there might be a chance for someone to go, well, we can't beat him or her. We've got to get them out when they don't win.
Mm-hmm.
So Sam's... Maybe he sees himself as top 3, but even in his position at top 5 with the people he's around, I mean, Sean and him can easily have a conversation and potentially break something up. And why is he going to switch things up?
No, that's what I mean. Like, between Matt and Steve, I don't think he's got a reason to switch him up. He's looking at his game plan going, I'm going to make it to the end.
Yeah. The only problem with that is, what have you done to get to the end?
Yeah,
Where's your...
right.
Which is the thing that never used to be, but it is the thing, your resume. Your resume.
Yeah.
What is your resume? You latched on to the strong guys. You were really good personality in camp. You made people laugh. People enjoyed your time. So your social game, to a degree, is pretty good. I think Matt's is A+ at the moment. Matt's social game is really good because it's not just about... Matt's not just about being a person that's nice around camp. Matt makes you feel really good. He doesn't make you enjoy life like Sam's cracking jokes. And that's great. But Matt goes deeper than that.
Yeah, look, Matt's playing a great social game. And this is the thing, Matt is the leader of the champions. He is. There's no question he's like the leader. Normally, people that put themselves out there like that and become the leader get a big mark on them.
But he's done it, and he's
but
playing an amazing game.
With him.
Yeah, he's playing such an amazing social game that because it's one of those things. It's like I've got a mate who makes everyone feel like they're amazing. He walks into a room and everyone adores him because of what he's done for the tricking world and his personality and stuff. But at the same time, he makes that person feel $1 million.
Yeah,
that's what Matt's doing.
That's what Matt's doing.
Yes, Monika, you can say that you sucked and you let us down, but you did something you would never have done before. And how good is that?
How good is that?
And then Monika goes, "Oh, Matt, that's really nice."
He said, I was really proud that you didn't give up.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. You know, you hear that sort of positivity.
Yeah,
it's very hard to reject it.
Exactly. So it's hard to get rid of Matt. It's hard for anyone to work on top of that. And now we're left in a position where the Contenders have pretty much destroyed their whole game.
They have, and unfortunately, you know, even when the girls go across, the 3 girls, you might sit there and go, oh, well, it's 3 versus 4, but it's not. It's 3 versus 2 versus 1 versus 1.
There's no unity.
There's no unity.
There might be these small little cracks in the Champions Tribe. But there are bloody canyons.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
You know, there is no way they're working together. They're out for... And here's the thing, like with Benji's playing this individual game, which I love.
Which is good.
Shane's playing an individual game. But the problem with Benji's individual game is that it's so individual that it's not inclusive of the other people. And the beauty about Survivor to me is there's this element of selfishness. You need to be you. But you can't get there without the we. That's
exactly right. And that's the balancing act, isn't it? And Benji hasn't pulled it off. He's got the me.
Yeah.
And the we extends to Rob.
And that's kind of it. And the extension, the we extension to Rob.
That sounded a bit funny, didn't it?
Not the urine. Just the extension of his alliance. He even says it in the episodes, like, if I don't win this game, I've made a really awesome friend.
Yeah.
It's yes, and I love the fact that you're pushing this friendship. But then look at Luke and Jericho, made a really great friendship out there, but they discussed strategy. Yeah. They really tore the game apart.
They got other people in.
Yeah. Whereas Robbie and Benji's not doing that. He's just having this bromance with Robbie, and that's great.
Like they got Sarah in, and they got a couple other people in. It wasn't just like they were the core.
Yeah.
But they roped in other people.
And there was, wheeling and dealing. Whereas there's not much of that happening here, because Benji is still so soul-focused, where you need to have that group mentality as well. And there's like I said, it's that fine balancing act that Benji isn't doing. Yes, he's playing for himself, but you can't, there is no I in team, and you're not going to win without a team.
I think we should mention Shonee is playing very well.
Shonee did really well in the sense that, you know what, sometimes you sit there and go, don't look like an idiot.
Yeah, they just don't stand out.
Yeah.
I'll fade into the background.
And Shonee just did that. She's like, you know what, I'm just going to shut up and let Tegan take all the limelight.
Tegan said everything. And Tegan's analysis at the last tribal was perfect. She was like, there are 80 you in this alliance. Not all of you are on top. And that was when Jonathan was asking Commander, is it all equal and that? But she's right. And this is the problem again. It goes back to Sam and Monika and Brian, right? Why aren't they sitting there and going, I'm not on top, so this is taking me nowhere?
Yeah, it's exactly. Whereas, when she reaches out to the other three girls, well, you're actually talking to two of those girls who are in the top four.
Top four, right?
That's the problem with her thing about saying it to those girls.
Shonee's been great because she's actually just sat back, let Tegan do all the running. Yeah. And that's why Tegan's name was written down.
Exactly. And Shonee just played dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on
I think you said, when she spoke her piece in the council, it was in a softer voice.
Yeah, everything. She was just so, like, she just dumbed everything down. Yeah. She didn't stand out, and she's like, look, I can't tell you if there's a hierarchy because nobody talks to me.
And that says everything you need to say.
Simple. Well, Shonee's not a threat. This one here is fighting for her game. Much was like, let's get this one out. And that's yes, you want to fight.
Oh, you do
want to fight. But sometimes the best thing to fight is just to play dead.
Yeah, play dead, exactly.
And that's a case here that's working because there is now zero hope.
I think the other thing is, Shonee was not very happy that they did not save Tegan at the end of that trial,
she wasn't.
She was very unhappy with that, right? But it also, I think she expected some sort of solidarity on the part of the contenders over there. Yeah. But what I mean is, she now realises, and I think why she said what she said at the end of that trial is she now realises that there is no contenders.
No.
And her game is literally on her own until she maybe
gets back to Fenella
and that's all.
Heath.
Well, that's the thing. At the moment, I think from Shonee's point of view, all she knows she can count on is Fenella.
Yeah.
Like, she knows now she can't count on Benji and
Robbie. But I think Heath still is...
Look, she probably thinks Heath's on board because, Heath was one of the ones that said something like, we're screwed if we don't say it.
But that's the thing. It's like, we all know that out of those 2 alliances... The Benji and Robbie one were the ones that needed to break up for the other, because the other 4 would have worked together really easily.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
And if there was no switch up and they lost one more time, Benji or Robbie was going home.
Absolutely.
Because those 4 would have banded together very easily.
Yeah, I think you're
right. And this is unfortunately what you can't plan for, even though you do know there's going to be mix-ups happening. Paige was pivotal here.
Yeah.
Yes, she was on her own, but you know what? What's less dangerous is someone who doesn't have anybody, and you can use as a number when you've got 2 people who don't actually want to work with you.
That's why I was so surprised that when Heath and Tegan and Fenella and Shonee voted off Paige, and Shonee's reason was, I don't know where you fit.
Well,
I would have been sitting there going, great, you don't fit anywhere, you're by yourself, I'm going to get rid of Robbie.
Exactly. Or I don't know where you fit, but I know where Robbie and Benji fit, and they don't fit with us.
Yes, right? Get rid of them.
Like, so simple.
Could have used Paige. And
exactly.
Then that vote would have been completely different.
100%.
Right. So I think there's been 2 really crucial moments in the game, and it's been strategic failures both times.
Well, that's unfortunately this is going to be the season. A lot of strategic
I think
failures.
so.
Yes, we're getting some amazing challenge competitors.
Yeah.
Because we've got bloody athletes top of their game.
Yeah.
And some fit other just dudes. But the strategy is just massive downfall.
Yeah.
And it's letting everything.
Nobody's recognising opportunities. And it's on both sides. Paige was an opportunity. Tegan and Shonee were an opportunity. And a massive opportunity too for Jackie. A really massive opportunity.
Yeah, that was the moment. That was the moment that you would have disrupted the strong alliance and caused the chaos that you said you wanted to cause. That's not causing chaos, still keeping Matt in power.
No, that's not doing anything.
And having a bit more of an alliance with Shonee. That does nothing, because you need, especially when when the numbers are so strong, you need as many numbers as you can
exactly.
get. And you threw one away.
That was the moment when Jackie could have gotten rid of Matt and been on, and her alliance, whatever she put together, could have been on top, and Steve and Sam would have been sitting there going, what the hell just happened? Yeah. We are in deep trouble.
And you know what? That's where a Survivor fan goes, that's what a blindside is.
That's a blindside. You take out the head of the other alliance, nobody sees it coming, and the rest of the alliance is sitting there going, what the hell just happened? Yeah. You know?
And imagine if that happened. That would have been amazing. That would have been amazing television for us.
And I think you hit that was the pivotal moment for the season. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I feel like we're just going to go to champions taking and just picking them off.
Yeah.
And I just can't see.
Well, Benji's got his idol. He might pull an upset and vote one of the champions off, but the problem there is he'll need the social network to know that the votes are on him or whoever.
Yeah, and also the problem that comes with that is he's got one idol.
Yeah, one at the moment.
You need at least 3 upsets to really dismantle this tribe at the moment.
Well, think about Ben last season, right? Like he got 6 idols in a row, and that's what he needed.
Yep.
He needed 6 idols.
You need this stuff. You need to be able to just. You need to win, or you need to find the idols.
Yeah,
win
exactly.
The unity, find a hidden.
Absolutely.
That's all you really have.
Oh, actually, there was one other thing we mentioned last time. You brought up was Tegan and Shonee didn't go look for an idol.
Yeah, that's
weird.
my thing. It's like, okay, yeah, that we did. Yeah. I did have a massive rant about that yesterday.
And you should.
You're sitting there knowing you're on the bottom, knowing you're with nobody.
Yeah.
And no one wants to talk to you, and it's raining. Obviously, this is still when Jackie's around.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's raining and everyone's just going to sit there
and not talk to you,
and you already know, like, especially someone like Tegan. Okay, I understand if Shonee still wants to, because Shonee's game was like, I'm just going to slot into the background.
Yeah.
But for Tegan, you got to be self-aware that everyone already thinks you're really aggressive in playing this game. You've been voted out, all the way you've been voted out already, and then come back into the game. And you've got an aggression to your game, which is great. Own that. Definitely own your aggression.
Absolutely.
To want to be in this game. Because Shonee should definitely own her mellowness to hide in the background here.
Yes.
Because you're taking the limelight. But now you know there is no other target here. If I was Tegan.
Yeah.
I've come out guns blazing, and that's my game, and I own that. Go out and bloody try and find an idol. No one's going to talk to you.
That's right.
Go out and find it, because you're already on the chopping block. Yeah, it's gonna be either you or Shonee, but you should know, you should have a gut feeling that because I'm a bit more vocal, it's probably going to be more me. Because I have more fight in me, it's probably going to come to the votes are going to slide towards me.
That's right.
So bloody get my freaking numbers up.
Exactly.
And that's going to happen with an idol.
Who cares if they know you're looking for an idol?
Yeah, no one cares now. Like, you're going home, and whether you use it or don't use it, you know what? You can use it, and Shonee goes home, and you've given yourself another 3 days.
That's right. So, I thought that was a big miss on their part. I think, again, we come back to the edit.
Yeah,
maybe they did look for it,
but when I was thinking when it was raining, they didn't. And of course, we know Matt's got an idol. However, that one was found from the reward.
That's right. So I think there is an idol on the idol.
So maybe there is an idol there on the idol on the idol, an idol on their island.
But it's just nobody's looked for it, because this is they're all so comfortable in the champions camp. Nobody feels the need to go and look for the damn. I think Brian's the only one that's actually gone look, apart from Russell.
Well, and Shane, obviously.
Oh, and Shane, yeah.
But Shane's now toned down her looking because it did make her stick out a bit. But now, just be a bit more subtle, Shane. Do what you're doing in your social games.
I was really afraid of this, actually, when she got the first idol and it blew up in her face, right? I was afraid that Shane would take the lesson away that don't look for the idol. Whereas the lesson should actually be, no, look for the idol just even more. Just don't look like you're looking for the idol.
Just don't make people think you're looking for the idol. Just don't do it in front of them.
If you are going to let them know you're looking for the idol, if you find an idol, keep looking.
Yeah.
Just keep looking, and then they don't know you've got the bloody thing, you know. But she's taken the message is,
don't do it.
Don't do it, and that's unfortunately the lesson she learned, which is
not the right lesson.
No,
which is that can really shake things up, and especially someone like Shane who does have that individual feeling.
If you couple her position now, let's say Shane had an idol now, and she said, "I'll put myself in a position of trust." She's put herself in the perfect position to play an idol when she feels
wants to.
Okay, I know they're going for them. I know they're going for them, or whatever it is. If I play my idol now, I can get rid of Matt. I'm going to play my idol now, and I'm going to make it my way.
Yeah, and she would have that power.
Yeah,
which she's put herself in a great position.
Yeah,
but she doesn't have say Sarah had people she could just swing back and forward with.
Exactly.
She has no one to swing to, and when you got no one to swing to, maybe what can help you is a great idol play.
Exactly. So
when the numbers start to even out and balance out, if that ever happened, which will eventually happen when it just gets to all champions and they have to eat themselves alive.
I don't think it will. I unfortunately think that you may have a little bit of a rebellion, right? In the sense of like, but the problem here is, let's say it's 4 episodes time and we've had merge and all the contenders have been voted off by then, right? Mm-hmm. 4 or 5 episodes, and you've only got champions left, right? The champions are looking at each other going, well, who's out, right? Well, Sam thinks he's in with Matt and Thingo and Steve, right?
He is.
He is to a certain extent, but he's ejectable, right? Shane's the spy, but they don't need a spy now.
No.
Right? Brian's always been on the outer. He's not core, you know what I mean? Lydia's core. Right? I don't think Shan's as core as Lydia.
No,
I think,
but she's put herself in a really good position to
be. But I think the top 3 are Lydia, Steve, and Matt. Right?
Yeah.
Look, I think there's a good reason for that, which I'll get to. But what I mean is, like, who then starts going, well, I must be the next vote. Well, Sam doesn't think he's actually on the bottom. No. So he's going to sit there and go, oh, it's not me. So who is it? Oh, it must be Monika. Or it must be Brian, right? And Brian's going to sit there and go, well, hang on, I've been voting with the boys. It must be Monika. Yeah. And it's just going to be, Matt will go around and go, okay, it's Monika.
Yeah.
And everybody will go, okay. And Monika will get voted off.
Yeah.
And they won't realise, and this is what I mean, they've done such a good job that I think the only one that's actually going to arc up is probably Brian and Shane. Yeah. Because they'll see the writing on the wall sooner or later, but it'll be too late.
Yeah, they just don't have a numbers to shake it up. Like, if they want to get rid of Shane and Shane doesn't want to go, obviously none of them want to go, but some of them want to go less. Like, Shane's playing the game.
Oh,
someone like Monika. Yeah, of course Monika wants to stay, but what's Monika done?
Yeah,
like Monika has played zero strategy at all. Yeah. Like, she has no strategic game. You know, so what is she going to do? She's just going to go when her time's up.
That's right. That's what I mean. She's just going to go.
She might not have seen it coming, and we'll call it a big blindside. But it's not.
It's not. It's just a vote off.
Yeah.
It's just the normal vote off, you know. But that's what I mean. There are people on the bottom, and the problem is the people on the bottom don't know they're on the bottom.
Yeah.
That's the issue. The other thing we should talk about is Sam saying to Tegan, by the way, I just wanted to let you know, it's one of you two going home. Now I want to see Sam do that to Benji. If he makes merge,
and this is the thing, like, yes, you want to play this honourable game. I get it, but this isn't Survivor isn't about honour. No. You can't, because you even look a little bit, yes, I'm trying to be nice, but you kind of look more dickish.
Yeah, you do.
To say that and have this confidence and arrogance, but you also give them a chance to change things up. Yes, it didn't happen, but there was potential.
If she had an idol.
And if she had an idol, you know what? Sorry.
Yeah. And if he says
Thank you for the information.
Exactly. If he says that to Benji, then Benji and Rob know all I have to do is make sure the vote's going to one of them.
Yeah, just be like, shit, they want me to
I'll be a dick for
and that's the only time. That's the only time. Like, I would want to tell someone about an idol is to make sure
You get the votes.
it's either as like, look, this is how we have to play. I have this idol.
Yeah.
Because we're now in a situation where it's just us two.
Yeah.
And we can change it up. But then I guess then the thing you have is you still only survive one vote, and then there's still too many numbers.
That's true, but if you're going to do that, you're relying on the next idol anyway.
Yeah.
You're relying on that. You play that idol, you're relying on that idol going back out.
Yeah.
You have to then go and get it again.
Yeah.
Right? And there are people we know who do that. Russell
Yeah.
relies on the fact that if he plays the idol,
He's going to go get it.
He's going to go
and
get
someone
it again.
like Benji going out in the middle of the night, hopefully he'd do that again.
Yeah,
hopefully
absolutely.
He'd go out when
Yeah.
no one's watching and,
Exactly.
and when everyone's asleep. It's the best time to go look for an idol. And there's someone in another season who was doing that.
Ben did an amazing job last American season getting idols for the last 6 episodes. Was just every
going
episode he
at
had
night.
an idol.
And I think Boston Rob once said,
yeah.
but he just said, like, because obviously he played 4 times, he's like, I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
I was too busy thinking about strategy and where to go.
Yeah.
And everyone's just kind of go, yeah, cool. We've got a nice comfy bed. Bye-bye.
And that's the problem with the champions, isn't it? Every time they've spoken to Lydia, I'm on a holiday. That's what she said. The only time she hasn't is when she's on Contenders.
Yeah.
You know? And I think they all feel the same thing way over at the champions. This is a holiday for us.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
It is. It's very weird. So I think Benji could, if he makes merge,
Benji can shake things up.
if
And
they
I'm
go
hoping
on a
he does.
serial idol
Yeah.
play. And the good thing about that is all you need to do as a serial idol play, I think, with this lot, all you'd have to do is say 2 to 3 in a row.
2 to 3 in a row would really
Fracture them.
fracture the group.
Would
That's what
really-
you need. But one will not do it.
One won't do it. One will just make you
The next vote
make
straight
you
away.
the next vote.
Yeah.
But 2 could potentially,
Yeah.
because then they really have to start making tough decisions.
Yeah.
About who goes home.
Mhm.
And it starts to make people like Sam and Monika aware we aren't in the top. And
exactly.
that's when
And
it's
it's like, shit, does he have another idol?
Yeah.
Shit, he might have another idol.
Exactly.
Or he wins an idol.
Yeah,
He wins
immunity.
immunity. And then it's like, well...
Oh, we'll vote Robbie, but what if he's got an idol and he plays it for Robbie?
Yeah.
You know, if he's won immunity, it
Yeah.
starts to really... And then they got to come up with plan B.
And
And
they
the
don't-
plan B is see the name on the card and then they go, ops.
Yeah.
You know, like...
And that's not happening. And
Exactly.
ideally, you don't just want a plan A and a plan B. You also want your backup C and D.
That's right, exactly.
And if none of them have any, they've just got their plan A. And that's
right.
going
And
through.
that's where the champions, I think, have played badly and well. They've never had to have a plan B.
No.
Right. Well, sorry, they have. They've had Brian and Jackie. You know what I mean? Like those.
Yeah, they've got people.
But they've never had to write down Monica's name because what if they've got an idol and there's this faction, you know, or Sam's. So Sam and Monika have got no idea where they sit because of that. So anyway,
That's a valid point.
So that's it, I guess.
That's it for us. That's, hopefully that's all recorded. We'll check that in a second.
Yeah.
But that is it. I'm Robin.
I'm Jack.
We're the Inwits. We'll see you next
time.
week. I did the wiggle fingers.